This podcast is brought to you by Body Armor. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Get your edge.
Introducing Body Armor Edge, sports hydration with the boost of caffeine.
Here comes John Morant, dribbles up into some full court pressure. He's quick, dodges, and finds the defense, going coast to coast. One man to beat, and it's the big man. John leaps up. Oh, and hammers
With 100 milligrams of caffeine and 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes, there's no better way for John Morant to get his edge. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Edge.
You're listening to EPPN's Today with DW Sports Edition with DW, Mr. Tom Greer, and Snacks.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday night edition of Today with DW. This is the Sports Edition. I'm here.
Hello.
And Snacks.
I can't stop laughing.
What are you laughing for?
I watched that on real television.
Yeah, you've said the same thing, so I don't want to hear your shit. Seriously, I really don't want to hear your shit. I love how you think that you're always right when it comes to that. I just told you that I heard something on the television and that it came from ESPN. So all of a sudden, I'm totally wrong. I'm just telling you what I said.
Must be real.
Whatever, Snacks.
Listen, you're just trying to bust my chops.
I don't give a shit about the Packers.
Well,
so there you go. It doesn't really matter at this point. So welcome to the off-pod conversation that we had here. But anyway, you got me in a mood. Anyway, so we are a full house. Thank God we have Snacks back. Snacks is
Welcome back, Snacks.
Yes, definitely welcome back, Snacks. Now, softball season's over with for you.
Oh, all over. It's all over.
Thank God for that,
It's
right?
done.
We'll talk more about that later. What's up, Mr. Little? Yes, you heard me.
Hello, Brian Little.
In a moment. Yes, I had a moment. Snacks and I were going on it offline, or as I like to say, off pod. So now that the season's over for softball, what is now? Chase is closed now too, correct?
Yeah, we actually did like I said, we had a kids consignment sale a couple weeks ago, and it's the official. I don't want to say we're closed, but we're there. You know, people call us if it's raining out or something like that, or I'll stay if I'm bored that night.
Right.
Or something. And I know it's raining because teams will call.
But the new MVP center is going to stay open all summer.
The new MVP center is staying open all summer. We're running some camps and clinics in there. And then we have some special deals where you can pay $100 and you get
hey, they might be a new sponsor.
five 1-hour cages. Yeah, I mean, it's, people have been asking for years, with Chase Sports, but now it's a smaller venue. We've got 2 cages, volleyball court
in the same building structure.
In the same building.
Yeah.
Yep. It's in the same building. It's
just
up front. When you come up the hill, now it's right there. It's the first thing.
Nice.
It used to be where Ariel's gymnastics was.
Yes. Okay. Nice. And like you said, there's batting cages in there, volleyball
court. We have a sport court now. We have
what's a sport court?
It's portable. Court? It's portable volleyball court.
Okay.
So it's in like 12-inch squares. Sometimes
Nice.
they come in and they all connect. They're like little Lego flats.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's
so
cool.
They all go together and they make a floor.
Nice. That's very cool.
And we've got that one, and then we've got 2 more that came in. So we may be putting them down on the turf over the summer.
Okay.
And have indoor another volleyball court and a possibly indoor basketball.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't shoot hoops. I can't shoot.
I'm not a big basketball
more like
guy.
I got a better shot with a dart.
Yeah. That's more fun.
Yeah. Shooting a dart or a jart.
A jart. Yeah. Why do we always go back to the jarts? We're going to buy some jarts. Again, you know what? We keep adding more stuff when Tom comes up. Like, we're going to go karting and we're going to do this. We're going to go hiking. And now we're going to add jarts.
It's like, what's that?
We need to come up for it's going to have to be a whole week. Tom's going to have to take a whole week off. We're going to have to pay him because he can't afford to take a week's vacation to come out so we can play jarts hiking. But we have to do jarts at the end because if Tom gets hurt, he can't go hiking. He can't go anywhere. So if he gets tagged,
all I can think of is what's the movie with Adam Sandler where it's not, I don't think it's grown. It might be Grown Ups.
Which one?
First, it's either it's not Grown Ups. It was something else where
they were playing jarts.
They take the arrow and they shoot the arrow.
I was Grown Ups.
It was Grown Ups. Yeah,
that's the first Grown Ups.
In the air. Yes.
Was it with was it Snyder?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yes.
And
Kevin James.
The blonde.
Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Yeah,
and David Spade.
Oh, Spade. That's what it was. Yeah.
So yes, it was.
And
He
he
shoots the
shoots
arrow
up
straight up in the
run,
air.
and,
Yeah.
and he doesn't run, and he
Yeah.
gets shot in the foot.
Yes,
That's all I can
it.
think of is what we used to do with jarts. Throw that sucker straight up in the air, and everybody just stand there.
Have you ever seen jarts, Tom?
No, I've not seen jarts.
Google them.
You need to Google it.
They're like this big. See, my hands are past the camera. They're huge. they're no joke.
They have metal tips.
Yeah,
they
they-
did
They're
have
lawn
metal
darts.
tips. Yeah.
Yeah, lawn darts. Yeah, but they're jarts. Yeah, that's what jarts
Well,
are.
They
yeah.
were called jarts.
So anyway, Jesus. Well, let's before we get in the show, let's do a little bit of a pop culture pickup. What are we thinking about Bad Batch?
I love it.
I don't know. They didn't really give too much away this week. It was kind of short.
Tom,
and
are you
sweet.
caught up?
I'm all caught up. I'm kind of feeling like we're gonna start seeing, at least with Wrecker, I think we're gonna start seeing his inhibitor chip starting to kick in. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
what
see
his.
that too.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's going to be
Yeah.
like a season finale where he turns on them or something for the.
I
next-
wonder if it's gonna
next
be
season.
like. I wonder if it's gonna be like they all maybe each one of them like has their own little episode where until they figure out
kicks in?
how to take them out, where
Yeah,
it kind of
well,
like
every
kicks in.
Yeah, and every time if you notice, every time he hits his head or he jars his head,
Yeah,
that's when he has it. That's when he has a relapse.
Yeah.
He's the only one though so far.
Well, he's the only one jarring his head.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But no, I'm still loving it. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely.
How
I
funny we just
definitely.
take a drink of our body armor at the same time. What the hell is it?
I
Where's
think
your
it's.
body armor, Tom?
I'm out. I don't have any more.
All right, I'll send you another shipment.
I appreciate that. But no,
anyway.
I'm still loving it. I still need a little more. But I again, what I love about this series specifically is it's another series that ties the prequels and the original, like shows you the filler in between the prequels and the original
Most
movies.
definitely.
So I think it's a lot of fun to see like how the Empire started, like the Empire itself started and how it affected everything.
Yep, most definitely.
Also, we found out where the Rancor that almost ate Luke came from.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
It's still catered to the younger generation, I think. As you said,
I think it's because it's a cartoon. I think it's because it's a
Not even
cartoon.
a cartoon. Clone Wars was a little hardcore compared to this one.
Yeah,
Because of Omega, you have that kid balance there. Now, so Hank's got a few theories about the assassin or the bounty hunter that is going after Omega. Do you have any theories?
She's in The Mandalorian.
right.
But who
That-
hired her?
Oh, who hired her? I have no idea. Yeah, that I don't know. That I'm
So,
assuming.
There's a couple theories. Kurt the other night brought
Oh
up.
my God, yeah,
Kurt
that-
brought up a good theory.
This is
that
a big 6'4"
huge guy,
320,
and I didn't even know he
30
was
pounds.
watching. I'm like, Kurt,
football coach
and he
and
talk-
player.
and he talks like this. He's got a real voice. Like
Indeed.
if you're at Met Stadium and he yells,
You can hear
could
him.
be on the other side of the stadium. You're like, that's Kurt. I mean, there's no other voice like it.
No.
It's like he smoked 1,000 cigarettes in once. That's how it is. So his theory was that the creatures, and I can't remember the names, the people that made the clones hired her to bring Omega back.
I could see that.
Now, Hank
Kaminoans
has
or something like that. I think
yeah,
they're-
Hank's got a different theory though.
Well, I mean, I think it's like I said. I think that she is Omega's like seed for clones, and I think that she's got a power that you haven't seen as of yet.
So who do you think hired her?
I
assassin?
think that what is
Or
it?
the bounty hunter?
They start with a C. What the hell is the name of the people? They're long necked.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
that's the one that Kurt said.
I think that right.
But you had another
But-
theory though. You had another theory that it was somebody else. I thought you said that night that we were talking that you had a different theory that it wasn't her. It was either the Empire or somebody else hiring her to get her.
No, I think
You think it's
no,
the clone
I think
creators?
it's the clone creators that are the ones that are hiring her to bring him back. I don't think it's because I mean, look at Boba Fett went and kept one for himself.
Right.
I don't know. I just think that's the case. I think that's her clone.
It'll be interesting. I don't know how many episodes are in the season. They really haven't divulged too many. I don't know if it's 9
They're
or
going to
12.
keep it going. I
Well,
think they're gonna,
every season it has to end. I mean, it doesn't keep going. I
well,
mean,
when's the
it has-
Mandalorian come out? September?
No, December.
No, that they're waiting. Well, Mandalorian's taking a year off.
They come out in December. It's
No, I
been
know, but
stated
it's not
that-
coming out this December. I
When
think
did
I
you
don't
hear
think
that?
we're getting.
Because-
I don't think we're getting the
Yeah.
Mandalorian. I don't think we're getting a new season of the Mandalorian until 2022.
Oh, as far as I know, it was December 2021.
I don't think they're gonna wait till 2022. It's
Yeah,
got
that's
too much of
weird.
a following right now.
I would say so. Yeah, but again, who knows with Hollywood and what's going on with that? So it could be 12 episodes and then they stop the season to do something else. I mean, there's other things going on in the Star Wars universe as well. So we'll have to see what happens with that. There's a lot going on. So with the comic book movies, a series coming out, Falcon and Winter Soldier just ended. Loki's up next.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I literally just looked this up on
Does it say 2022?
on techradar.com. Yeah, no, it's going to come out in 2022 because in December we're going to get the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, they pushed that forward. Okay, that makes sense.
Because there's a tie-in.
Yeah,
I bet you there's going to be a tie-in.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'm too thrilled about that one.
I am, because that's going to be that's basically going to be a Boba Fett mafia TV show, and that's going to be amazing.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's just me. I just don't want to see a fat Boba Fett. I don't know.
You don't want to see a what?
Fat Boba Fett.
Oh, they're not going to make him fat.
He is fat already. It's Boba Fett.
They're not going to make him fat.
They are making him fat. He is fat unless he loses a ton of weight.
Yeah, but not for
I'm
the
excited.
Chronicles, not because are they going to go back?
We don't know. They've been pretty tight on that stuff right now so far. So that is sad about Mandalorian, but it makes sense if they're going to bring the Book of Boba Fett first. So that does definitely make a lot of sense to do that first. What else have we been watching throughout the weeks?
I have yet to see what's that one that you asked me if I watched. Legend or Legendary or whatever the hell it was. What's the name of it? The one with Tyler Mane in it. He's the bad guy. Legacy, Jupiter Legacy or Jupiter.
Oh, Jupiter's Legacy?
Yeah.
Tyler,
I haven't seen it. I went to try and watch it. I couldn't get it.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
It was all right.
I thought that's the one you asked me if I watched.
I wanted to get your take on it. I just felt like it was a watered down The Boys. And I do like The Boys. I think The Boys was pretty good. Invincible was really good as far as animated. That's on Amazon Prime. That's a Robert Kirkman Walking Dead property or creator. But yeah, Invincible was really good. Jupiter's Legacy, it was mediocre at best for me. What else did I get into this past week? There was something else I was getting into. I finally finished the second round of 15 seasons of Supernatural. I love Supernatural. I don't know. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it sucks, but it can't suck if it lasts 15 seasons. I mean, 15 years. It was really good.
Did you see that?
Really?
Yeah, I never got into that.
I really love it. And
I didn't get into that. I never got into X-Files either. People are.
I was never a big fan of X-Files.
Everybody was always. I just never.
But Supernatural was good. And I met Jensen Ackles, and he's awesome. So that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to start watching it again. I mean, it's really good. It's a really good series.
What was it? Netflix that had Lost in Space, the newer Lost in Space.
There's two seasons.
That was good. Yeah, that was two seasons. That was good. And then all of a sudden they didn't do anything more with it.
Yeah, it just stopped. Tom, did you watch? Are you a Supernatural person or no?
No, I never watched Supernatural.
Oh, it's so good. You got to get into it. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it had nothing. What I was gonna say didn't have anything to do with Supernatural. I was just seeing online recently that the Flash is coming to an end after season 8.
Oh yeah, that kind of sucks. Legends is done. Legends of Tomorrow is done. Supergirl is done. So that means, they're in season 7 now. So that means one more year for the Flash. That means the DC universe is gonna go bye-bye. All that's left would be Stargirl and Black Lightning. That's not so great.
Wasn't Black Lightning ending too?
That I'm not sure. What's going on, Kim? I'm not sure if it was ending or not because I don't follow that series that much.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of that series. So the big movie that I watched, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Oh, that was the one you asked if I watched. I hadn't watched it yet.
That was. Oh, you gotta watch it.
Oh, I know. You know what I did? I was flipping through the channels because there's nothing to watch.
Batista actually starting to get good at acting for once.
I'm sitting there. I watched the Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League.
I loved it.
And I'm like, I'm trying to watch it, and I'm going, it's like they just cut spots out and put his part of the movie in there.
No, they added 2 more hours of unedited stuff in there. I liked it. I really did because there was more dark side. There was more cyborg. There was more of a history. I did like it. A lot of people are like, nah, neither.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched it. I was like, this is like I'm watching the Justice League all over.
In the
again.
beginning part, you're going to see almost the same type of things. It's towards the middle and end, though.
God, what's the bad guy?
Dark side.
No, not dark side. The other one.
Shit. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's the guy with the horn.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Shit.
But anyway. But yeah, they added more parts to him too as well. Steppenwolf. Yeah. So they added more
Took me a
parts to him too. Did you watch that, Tom, or no?
I did not watch the Snyder Cut. I was not interested in the Snyder Cut because I thought the Justice League movie sucked, and I was like, I don't want to watch this movie because it's going to have nothing to do with any of the movies going forward. Like,
That's not necessarily true because now they're going to bring back the Snyder universe. So
and I didn't want to, and I didn't want to sit through another. What is it? 4 hours?
It's almost 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not. I did not have the patience.
Only 2 bathroom breaks. That's it. It's worth the watch because they're bringing back the Zack Snyder universe. There's a huge petition right now, and you joke about it, but the petitions have been working lately, and I don't know why, but they are working.
I see so many petitions online to bring things back, and then I feel like some work, I'll give you that, but I feel more often than not, they fall on deaf ears and don't happen.
Not when it comes to DC right now, major petitions for Constantine. When it got bumped from NBC, petitions started out, went to Sci-Fi. Then the petition went out to make him come back in some form or whatever. They brought in a Legacy or Legends of Tomorrow, and now he is the verified voice on any animated feature, and that was based on petitions. And yes, I agree, there's a shit ton of petitions out there, of course, but when it comes to what's going on today, when it comes to DC, they seem to really listen, and it's not like a couple thousand. We're talking thousands and thousands of people signing these petitions. So
I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah. I'll believe it when it happens. When they announce that it's going to happen, I'll sit down and maybe I'll sit through it and watch it. But I don't know. DC is just such a mess when it comes to making movies. I'm like, I'll believe what I see.
They're awesome on the small screen. They're mediocre on the big screen. That minus the Batman franchise. That's about it. But Army of the Dead. Since neither one of you saw it, awesome flick. I won't spoil it. A weird, different twist on the zombie lore, which I thought was really cool. So it's definitely worth a watch. It's not an Oscar-winning fucking movie, everybody. Everybody gives me shit when I gave it. I don't know what I gave it. I think I gave it like an 6.9 or 7.1. They're like, really? I'm like, it's a popcorn summer movie action flick. It's not Oscars. It's not, it's not, Schindler's List. Give me a break. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, and for what it was, I gave it a 6.9 or 7.1. It's that good. I'd probably watch it again. I mean, that's what it's for. We're not supposed to get smarter or think about those type of movies. We're supposed to have fun and eat popcorn and be like, oh my God, that was gross. That's what zombie movies are for.
Monty Python's the Quest for the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
We can still watch it.
Yeah. It's just, it kills me. The lack of writing. It's a goddamn zombie movie. What do you expect? What's going on, Al? Well, we got a full house tonight. This is awesome. Well, let's get right into today's show, shall we? So fans have gone wild. Fans gone wild. That should be the new videotape. When is enough enough? Rodgers not at practice, and will they trade him? Probably not. NBA trash talk is big. The Leafs drop the puck yet again. And the worst MLB play in history this week. Well, maybe in history. We'll have to see. We'll have to talk about. Well, we'll talk about it. You both can have your picks. That's what it's all about. I'm just writing it. I don't necessarily agree, but I'm just saying it's clickbait, Hank. Listen. Shh, don't tell anybody the behind the scenes. all that and more when we return. Don't go anywhere. Grab your drinks.
Introducing Body Armor Edge, sports hydration with the boost of caffeine.
Kyler Murray drops back, looks downfield. Here comes the blitz. Murray finds an opening. And 99 dives and he misses. He's got daylight. Murray sprinting, picking up speed.
With 100 milligrams of caffeine and 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes, there's no better way for Kyler Murray to get his edge. It's more than a sports drink. It's Body Armor Edge.
Welcome back. Tuesday edition of Today with DW. What are you laughing at, Hank? What?
Laughing.
Sports edition with Mr. Tom Greer. Snacks is going to give me shit because I watched something on real TV, not fake TV. Go screw yourself.
Because it's just so real.
Well, you would expect somebody who's in the profession to be professional, okay? A professional sports channel, a reporter, correct? Yes or no?
And a reporter's never been wrong.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Hey,
But-
they want to get people to listen.
Okay, because that would have, for what
And
he
watch.
said, makes what would make people listen.
Listen, you don't think that Rodgers is sitting there laughing about it?
I doubt he is. I
No,
don't think he
he's
cares
laughing.
too.
Nah.
I don't think he gives two craps. Well, it'll all come out. It'll all come out in
Listen,
the wash.
when it happens, when the season starts, we'll see who's there.
He wants to pay $6 million. I'm just reporting what I saw. I did not say you're giving me crap because I 100% believe them. This is just what
You
I'm
were busting
saying.
my chops because
I
I'm a
am
Packers
gonna.
fan.
No, I really wasn't busting your chops because
Tom,
I know I was not busting your
Tom.
chops. Had nothing to do about Packers.
it's okay, Tom. You can do that. He won't. I won't let him turn you off.
I really wasn't. Hank.
Don't pull that cord.
I can turn. Well, I don't have. All right, it's just me and Tom Greer right now. You can't. You can't. Yeah, I have the power right there. I just turn your mic off right there, buddy. We'll get into it in a second. So we're gonna start right off. Our fans getting out of hand. Now, this isn't necessarily the first time that we've talked about this, and have seen this through history. I mean, fans are a-holes.
They think they paid for the ticket. They can do whatever they want.
Can they?
No, they're not.
No, they can't.
But I'm just saying to you, that's what they
I understand. So there was an uptick over the last few days in an incident between fans and players. Washington Wizards guard Russell Westbrook had popcorn. Oh, that hurt so much, didn't it, buddy? Thrown at him. Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young was spit on. That's a federal offense, by the way. And the family of Memphis Grizzlies guard Jay Morant was racially taunted. The popcorn incident, it's something. The other two, that's definitely crossing the line. I totally agree. None of the incidents resulted in a player going full Ron arrest. Arrest? Is it artist?
Artest.
Artest. There you go. And sure. That's why I have Tom here. He's the one that does the articles. And running into the stands. But could you blame them if they did? Now, the popcorn thing, listen, we've seen that before. I've seen baseball players had hot dogs thrown at them, kind of shit. The spitting, that's a federal offense. You get arrested for that. There's no question about it. The racial, I don't think I'd blame a player going.
But is that considered a hate crime?
You know what? It probably would
It's
be.
borderline.
You know what? It probably would be. Oh, the coach is in the house. Mr. Jack Celeste.
What's the matter? Nobody wants fries tonight?
These fans at basketball games should be banned for life. They're idiots. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Al says he agrees. So I will say this. I don't feel that the popcorn thrower should have been thrown out of the game, but not banned for life. Now, the fans that spit and then racial, gone. I don't care how much your ticket was. I don't give a shit if you're.
Oh yeah, without
I'm
a doubt.
swearing a lot tonight. I don't care. I don't give a crap. Tom's laughing at me. I got to be good. I got to be PG.
We talk about we curse all the time, Herb. It's okay.
I
mean,
know, but I'm doing a little bit more than usual. Hank got me all riled up earlier. I think those two guys should be banned for life. Be done with it. There's that is unacceptable no matter what. I don't care if you paid $80 or $200, $500. You're not allowed.
It's
to
unacceptable at any level, whether you pay for the ticket or not. You don't do that.
Right.
I think interfering with any of the players, like even the popcorn guys, like because even if you let the popcorn thing go, you're opening it up to letting more happen. So no, I think if you interfere with the players in any way, shape, or form, banned. Don't come back because it's like you don't deserve to be there.
So if the player was antagonizing the fan,
well, he
which they have, well, I didn't.
Players have.
I didn't see it on TV. So
I'll turn your mic off right now. God damn it! I'm telling you right now.
So. But the thing is that there are, we all know that there's players that antagonize it. There's football players that do it. They'll sit over there and they'll look at somebody and things like that. So they get something thrown at them. It's always the second person. So that's what that thing you always got told. It's always the second person. That
Jack
gets
brings up a good point too. The guy did at the Wizards game did go on the floor during the play. So that's definitely being thrown out.
That was last night. I think he said, that was last night during the Wizards game. The popcorn thing happened sometime last week.
Yes.
And then we had a couple nights ago, a Celtic fan threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving as he was walking off the court.
Right,
I think he got charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Like, I'm pretty sure he's facing some serious jail time and some serious charges. Like, I don't understand why. like you have to go. Like it's all entertainment. It's all a game. This isn't like it. This is nothing serious. This isn't anything like life or death.
Tom,
like,
hold on a minute. We've heard you on the show. I wish I had some clips. We've heard you get very heated as a fan talking about the Mets.
But I'm never going to throw anything at any of the players because it's not right.
I understand.
Has anybody ever handed you anything to throw?
Not on the field.
Not on the field.
Oh.
I've thrown it at my TV.
Yeah, maybe TV, throwing it at TV and throwing it at a player.
And I'm not justifying. I'm not justifying the actions of this person. But you're saying it's just a game. It's entertainment. But we have video and audio proof of you getting so heated about it.
Oh, totally.
So these fans are getting heated. These fans are getting heated. They're caught in the moment and they're throwing. Now, all right. So the water bottle, the man is getting charged with a deadly weapon. Correct? That's what he was charged as, a deadly weapon. Yep. Do you think if Hank and I are sitting on the street and Hank throws a water bottle at me, do you really think he's going to get charged with a deadly weapon? No. I'm being devil's advocate here right now because if it wasn't a sports player or some celebrity, that's never going to happen. Again, I'm not condoning the action, but I'm condoning the after effect going.
But
really?
I believe it's on the tickets or when you purchase your tickets.
Yes.
If you do anything like that, it tells you what you can be charged or not charged with, but you will be escorted out and not.
I don't think it's about being charged. It's like you can be escorted out and have an opportunity to lose your tickets or be banned, not charged for assault.
And I also think that there is a fine line between being passionate about your sport and passionate about your fandom, and also, being able to hold yourself back from being able to take action and throw something on the court or storm the court or attack a player. Like, like you said, I get passionate about my sports, dude. I was freaking pacing around and we were recording GHR yesterday during the Islander Bruin game, and I was trying to not freak out on air. We were
how grim like that one. How grim like that one, Tom?
It was totally fine because you didn't know I was watching it. But during overtime,
how did he not know you were watching that?
Because overtime,
I'm not even a fan of hockey.
Overtime, because I was sitting down. Overtime is when I started pacing because we were done recording, so I was up waiting to leave. But I was pacing. I get very amped and emotional about the games. Never enough to throw something at a player, yell racial slurs at a player or something like that. Like, you don't need that. You don't need
that. These
that.
guys were intoxicated either, because that's a fact that comes in there.
What's that?
That's true.
If they were intoxicated at the games. Listen. I watch guys at football games. I watch guys at football games, like the Giants game and stuff like that. I've watched fans, Packers, Giants, whatever, walking down and they could barely walk, and they were slurring, and nobody said anything.
Right.
No, but then they get there, somebody says something stupid and they lose it.
Well, be an adult and have some self-control.
Well, some people can't do that.
I understand that. I totally agree. I think the charge of assault with a deadly weapon with a water bottle is a little asinine.
I say we take Tom to an Islanders game, get him totally shit-faced drunk.
I don't think Tom drinks.
And then have something.
I do.
You drink, Tom?
Definitely.
You do?
We're in. Okay. We're in. Oh, listen, no, you know what we'll do? We'll bring him here during a hockey game.
Kim, stay home.
We'll bring him here during a hockey game. We'll get him right up next to the plexiglass and see if he loses it.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, it's got to be. So I only get really amped for my own teams. Any other team, I'm going to enjoy the time and I'll enjoy the atmosphere.
We'll do it in an Islanders game then. We'll have to wait.
Yeah. So, I'll do it in an Islanders game. I won't get belligerently drunk.
Let's break this down per incident. The popcorn man. Do you think that now we haven't heard that he didn't get charged with anything? I don't even think he got banned or thrown out.
Well, he was thrown out.
Okay, he's thrown out. So he didn't get banned. I think he should get banned for the season. I think
they'll ban him for a couple games.
Well, we haven't heard that yet, but I'm saying
it's in the playoffs right now.
So ban. We'll do the ban. So the racial slur, that's for life. As far as I'm concerned, you're done. I don't care who you are. Are we in agreement on this one? Because I think that's you're done. That crosses the line. I don't care if you're drunk, which is no justification. That's a hate crime right off the bat. You're done.
That's open to interpretation on what they do there. So it's like,
I feel that he should be banned for life. I really do. I mean, with Tom,
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like I wouldn't mind. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to banning him because it's again, this is all like family entertainment.
day and
sports,
age,
sports is supposed to be there for everybody to enjoy it. Everybody, and like I can't imagine being there and like I don't have kids, but imagine having kids at some point, bringing them to a game and then watching some dude hurling racial slurs and dropping F-bombs. I know it's a part of the game because people get passionate and stuff like that, but there's no play. You don't need that. Like there's no place for any of that stuff. It's like. We're all still in a normal society. And by the way, the fan who dumped popcorn on Russell Westbrook had his season tickets revoked and is banned from the Wells Fargo Center. That's the popcorn guy.
There you go. So I agree.
They're banned. I mean, that's the way that
the man. Okay, now we'll go on to the next one. The man who spit on the player. That man should be charged. He should be charged. That's a federal assault. That there's no question about it. It is a federal assault. That you spit on anybody, any bodily fluids, that is a federal assault. He should be charged. Now, we don't know the background of that unless Tom, our fact checker, checks that out, but he should be done. The guy now with the water bottle, I don't think he should be charged.
Well, he's the same thing as popcorn. He should be banned.
If they're going to ban, not assault with a deadly weapon.
He shouldn't be charged with it. No,
I think that's a little too. But Tom brought up a point. Now, Tom brought up a point, though, like the popcorn guy. The water bottle is less severe. I mean, he's not going to hurt anybody.
Well, I mean, like if it's a full water bottle and somebody's throwing it from the upper deck and it creams and it beans him in the head because it's a big water bottle, you could do some damage to the dude. Like
they have some pretty decent sized water bottles in there.
I don't know.
Like if you get like
we haven't seen the whole thing. They're not going to show it. It's not something they're going to share.
I didn't see the videotape, so I don't know, but. I think it's a little much, but again, we don't know the in and outs. I think
you also got you got to go hard on these people. You got to go hard on them because when you go hard on them is when you scare everybody else into not doing it.
And that's what I was going to say because you brought that up. That they're making a point. They're the scapegoat. They're the scapegoat to prove a point. Going, not a scapegoat, but you're the guy.
It's not an example either. It's basically listen. Here's the rules. We do stand by our rules. We don't put them on paper for just to be there. So if you have a stipulation, then you got to stand by it.
Yeah, but so there's a rule that hey, if you throw a water bottle on somebody, you get charged with.
Well, no, it says any foreign item or something. I'm sure it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the document.
We'll have to update on that and get back to that. To see what because each stadium probably has rules, but I'm sure there's no arrest charges. It's anything that you do that doesn't abide by our rules per se, you get thrown out. But arrested is probably something different. Obviously, it depends on the situation.
I just don't understand why you can't go to a game, enjoy a game, sit down, be passionate about your team. Yeah, sure. Yell, scream, cheer for your team, do all that stuff. That's great. Why do you have to storm the court? Why do you have to throw things at players, spit on why do you have to do that? Like
some people don't have control.
Some people
I know they don't, and that's why those people should be banned from the stadium for the rest of their lives. Like, don't come back because we don't want you there. We don't. You don't need to be there.
Totally not disagreeing with it. Totally not disagreeing with you. Again, I don't know about the arrest charge, but again, you have to prove a point. Be like, this is it. We're not going to happen. And it only seems to be happening in basketball. Not. The NBA did release a statement reminding fans to behave or face the consequences. The return of the NBA fans to our arenas has brought great excitement and energy to the start of the playoffs, but it's critical that we all show respect for players, officials, fellow fans. The league said in a statement, an enhanced code of conduct will vigorously enforce in order to ensure a safe and respectful environment. So obviously these outbreaks are going to change their protocols, maybe more security on the floors now. I mean, it seems to be happening more in basketball than anywhere else. Not to pinpoint or point fingers to a particular team or
because you're close to the sport there.
But yeah,
it's not like baseball.
Man, if you could huck a water bottle from the nosebleeds to the NFL player and knock him out, I'd give you a medal.
Yeah. I mean, you got fans. You got to remember, you got fans that are close in proximity to the players. Baseball, you don't have that.
Now, what if that was Jack Nicholson at a LA game? Do you think they're going to charge him with federal assault? It's just Jack. He ain't going to charge him crap. That's just Jack being Jack. It won't happen. Anyway, since I mentioned football, we're just going to skip this because Snacks is being a bitch. This is the week to trade Rodgers. As general manager, Brian, what's his last name, Tom?
You got to help me, Hank. Gutekunst or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's Gutekunst?
Gutekunst.
Sorry, I should. Gouda beep. It's Brian Gouda beep sticks to the stance that he will not trade the future Hall of Fame quarterback. The Athletic reported the Packers would trade Rodgers if they believe he was truly committed to never playing for them again. All right, so he hasn't shown up for OTA practice. They really think that he's playing a game that possibly that he wants more money, that he's bluffing them. That I'm saying that this is what they think. That's in that statement. So who's not getting the point?
This is two alpha males that cannot get along.
But who's not getting the point? Obviously, the upper management is not getting the point.
It's
correct.
Listen, it comes down to the general manager. He's not getting it.
Yeah.
And
he thinks he's bluffing, right? You think that's what he's really doing?
I would call his bluff. I would absolutely call Rodgers bluff because there's no other team in the NFL right now that's ready to put Rodgers in the best situation to win other than the Green Bay Packers.
I said,
this season.
These are
that's all that matters. He's got one more year left on his deal.
But he can play more.
But these are two grown men. One is trying to prove that he can do the job.
Right.
And the other one is trying to prove that he's above the job.
Right.
So Rodgers is trying to prove that he, being the quarterback for the last 14 plus years, is not going to listen to the GM.
But we've also talked about this on numerous shows that he's upset because the Packers have not taken care of him, not given him the weapons he needs.
They didn't include him in stuff.
Right, exactly.
And I see.
Do you blame him?
I see his point, but at some point you got to say it's either shit or get off the pot.
And I think he's getting off the pot. I think Rodgers is getting. So Rodgers skipping voluntary OTA practices, as I said, and there's no reason to believe he will show up for mandatory minicamp on June 8th. He's just breaking all the rules, so they'll boot him out.
He's not breaking the rules because that word that you use in there, voluntary.
No, it's mandatory.
The first one's voluntary.
I don't care about that, but the second one is mandatory. Mandatory minicamp on June 8th, even at the risk of incurring a. Do you know how much this fine is for this? If he doesn't go to the June 8th, $98,000.
That's pennies to him. He'll pull that.
I understand that, but still,
hang on.
Whatever.
Let me get you a couple pennies. What are you saying?
So if he doesn't make it to the June 8th, he's getting fined
because that's mandatory.
Right? Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
right.
I know the OTAs are. Yeah, I understand that. The Packers could free up $16.5 million in salary cap space by trading Rodgers beginning Wednesday. The dead cap space would be one of the highest in NFL history at $21.152 million. The Falcons are seeking first-round pick for Julio Jones. The Packers could believe that adding the all-decade receiver would be enough to change Rodgers' mind about returning to Green Bay. What do you think?
Julio Jones and Devontae Adams would be the closest thing. Would be the closest thing Rodgers could get to get into a Super Bowl. That would be.
It's a 1-2 punch.
If they did that, I think Rodgers would suck it up and come back because the dude wants to, above else. He probably wants to win. The dude wants to win. And he's going to win if he has Devontae Adams and Julio Jones.
So the overall factor is
they're not going to trade him. He's going to quit.
So Tanyan, who is the tight end, just re-signed with the Packers. He was on the fence on whether he was going to go back or not. So there's something that's up.
So do you think that he knows that Rodgers is going to stay?
I think that, again, like you're saying, these are OTAs. Everybody's making a big deal about the training, the practices they're doing right now are not. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
around.
Overall,
everybody's making a big deal about it. They're not mandatory.
Right.
They're voluntary, and then he's not going. He doesn't have to.
Right.
He's enjoying stuff that he's doing right now. Right. He doesn't want to go there. So when the mandatory stuff comes, now when he doesn't show up for those, next week we'll find out. That's when we'll start figuring out what's going on.
June 8th. Guess what day that is, baby? Tuesday. You know what Tuesdays are? The sports edition. We better get a break before the show comes on because I'll be so upset if we have the show and then it breaks. I'm gonna be really pissed. I think because we've been really lucky the last.
Well, it's
few
that
weeks.
Morning.
Oh, good. Because we've been really lucky. We've been breaking news before it's happened. Thank God. Knock on wood. We haven't had that crap moment where an hour later something major happened.
They're not doing.
Tom knows because he's watching after too. I'm watching after.
The practices are going to be in the mornings.
Yes, of course.
So they're not going or the afternoon. They're not going to be. So we'll know before the show.
I'm going to say they are never going to trade him. He's going to quit or stay. I really do.
His quitting is a retirement. He has to retire and then. Yes, but he can't. No, but Al, he can't. I don't think he can retire for a season then come back for anybody. I think he has to honor that final year of the contract. I don't think he can just leave. And
again, this is the stipulation of what I heard on a so-called sports show, that if he quits and retires and doesn't play again, he doesn't have to pay whatever the difference would be, $6 million. If he quits and plays, he has to pay. It's like not a breach of contract. It's something. The name will come to me. He has to pay the $6 million like a release form. Now Hank says that's not the way that works.
It's under. Well, wait a minute. No,
but we don't know the contract either.
Okay, if he retires
and doesn't play ever again,
final year of the contract, and plays for nobody,
he doesn't have to pay anything.
And he sits out that year and comes back a year after his retirement and comes back out to play. I don't think he's obligated to pay that money back. But because again, we don't know the last year of his contract.
Right. But we also don't know the contract deal either.
If he says he retires and then says he's going to come back out and play, yes, then now you're coming.
But when Favre retired and came back, didn't the Packers trade him to the Jets? Because what I'm saying is, it's like what I'm saying is Rodgers retires has 1 year left on his deal, doesn't honor the year. Has still retires, decides to come back the following year. He still didn't honor the year of the. He still didn't honor the year of the. No, that's what I'm saying. But he didn't honor the year in the contract. Like not playing doesn't mean you're just out that last year. Like you still have to honor that year. You know, like
yes, you have to stay out for the year.
Yeah, of your contract.
Right.
So if
you got to play you got to play the year. I'm pretty sure you have to play the year.
No, you have to stay out the year.
You have to sit out the entire year.
In the entire year. If he quits now, he can't play for another year for any another NFL team.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely not. No, he can't.
So,
he can't go. He can't go anywhere.
I was listening to today, and again, I could be totally wrong, but this is what I heard. He could quit, play for another team, but he has to pay the Packers $6 million to make up the difference of his contract. Now,
no,
you know what I'm saying? So
if he comes back out,
but if he comes out to play this year, it's pretty much saying he's paying to play. It's pay to play. Right. He's like, here's my $6 million. I'm going to go to Denver or whoever, or the Jets. But if he quits now and retires for the year, I do believe, and again, the contracts could be different, that he could wait out the entire year and then come back next year without
penalized,
without any penalties. Correct. Now, again, we don't know the back door of the contract. We don't know the ins and outs. I'm saying he quits. I don't think he'll play for anybody else. Again, do you think there's a team out there that could afford what the Packers would want for him?
No.
If they did decide to trade him. There's no team out there.
No, nobody has that much.
There's no much money. There's not enough. And how many good players do you have to give up for? And so let me ask you this, Tom. How many good players do you have to give up for Aaron Rodgers? This is totally hypothetical because the Packers are going to ask for a lot because they're like, well, if he can't get traded, guess what? He's going to stay. They're going to play that game too and be like, no, he's just going to quit. You forget he's going to quit. But how many good players do you have to give for one great quarterback?
It depends on who they make the deal with.
Matthew Stafford. What's that? Matthew Stafford was traded to the Rams for 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and Jared Goff, a starting quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, the best quarterback in football, or one of the best quarterbacks in football, has got to get more than that. The Packers have to get more than that. What they got from Matthew Stafford.
No,
nobody's got that. Yeah, nobody's got that. No, okay, no contending team that's going to win a Super Bowl with trading for Aaron Rodgers has that to trade. The Niners can't trade that. I mean, who else? Who else could go get Aaron Rodgers and go contend for a Super Bowl?
At this point, I don't think anybody. There's nobody. Nobody in the league. I don't think there's any team in the league that can.
I mean, everybody was talking about him going to Denver, and I'm like, Denver
seemed to pop up really quick.
Yeah, but Denver's a joke.
They got nothing.
They don't have any weapons,
and they don't have enough money.
Well, they would. Yeah, I think Elway would find the money.
Yeah, they'd figure it out. Imagine getting Peyton Manning at the end of his career and winning a Super Bowl, and then going to get Aaron Rodgers at the end of his career and maybe winning a Super Bowl. It'd be amazing.
Well,
it's not going to happen though. I think it's not going to happen. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen for Rodgers. Like my problem with it all is like I understand that you hate. I understand that you hate the Packers front office. They don't keep you involved in everything and all that. I get it, but look, for all us saying, and I know I've said it before, that the Packers haven't involved them in anything and haven't given them enough weapons to succeed. When you really look at it, when you really take a step back and look at it, the Packers are in championship game after championship game.
But they always
name me another team. Name me another team that's going to put him in the same position that can go get him right now. There isn't another team.
Not in 1 year, Tom, but he's got at least 2 or 3 more years in him.
Who?
He wants to play. I think he wants to play till he's 45. I think he said.
Yeah.
Again,
you joke who, but the scene was.
Well, they're not going to let him. First of all, they're not going to let him go to the Bears.
No.
They're not going to.
I want him to go to the Jets. That's my way out of the world.
Well, he's not going to go to the Jets. They have a quarterback already.
I know
they just drafted their quarterback.
They need something better than a quarterback.
And he's not willing to teach them.
True. Correct.
You know, he can sit there and
it's
say
a
that
total
he is.
out of the box. He
didn't like being taught by Brett Favre.
Right.
And being under the shadows
It's
of
my
Brett
delusions
Favre.
of grandeur.
And then now he's turning around and he doesn't, you know, he can sit there, you know, you watch his facial and his body motion when he's talking about Jordan Love.
Right.
And he goes into it. And it's like, oh, you know, it's like.
Maybe it's time. Maybe he does. Maybe it's
Why
time
would you want
to really quit?
Why would you want to go to the AFC when you have to compete with Pat Mahomes? Why? Why would you want to go to the AFC when you have to get run through Kansas City every year?
They both sell insurance.
Yeah.
So, you know, they sit there and joke and laugh.
As an old dog, I'll tell you what, I would to be like, I'm better than you. That's pride. There's a lot of ego and pride in football. And I'm telling you what, I would
rather do that in the Super Bowl.
I'd do it. I'd be like, I'll go toe to toe with you.
I'd rather do it in the Super Bowl. I'd rather do it in the Super Bowl. I'd rather prove that I could beat you in the Super Bowl than having to face Pat Mahomes in the playoffs. Why would you, if you're constantly habitually getting knocked out in the championship game or late in the playoffs, why would you go play? Why would you go play in a conference with the most talented rising quarterback on the field right now? Why would you go do that when that guy is going to be the one sending you home to play golf?
Have you ever watched any of the Rocky movies? That's why. Hey, ego is in play, Tom. That's what it is. You have something to prove. He's an old dog.
Yeah, but go win a Super Bowl. Go win a Super Bowl in the weak East, the weak NFC.
Give me a team then I want a team that gives me the weapons I need to win. I mean,
go get Julio Jones. Go get Julio Jones, and the Packers have the weapons to win.
Listen, we didn't think Brady was going to win the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay this year, and he knocked it out of the park.
I did.
Literally.
I thought he was.
So, I mean, anything can happen. Seriously, anything can happen.
That's true. I agree. I agree with you, but I'm saying for Rodgers' sake, it's better for him to be in the NFC and not go to the AFC because he won't have to compete with Lamar Jackson. He won't have to compete with Baker. He won't have to compete with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is it. Right. You just don't have to face him unless you're in the Super Bowl with him.
But I'm looking at it from the ego and the pride standpoint, going, you know what? If I just prove everybody wrong, I'm going to be awesome. And that happened. You know that. You know how quarterbacks are. Any football player's got a lot of ego and a lot of pride. I mean, that's the point of playing part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
You do. I mean, it's in the professional world.
He has something to prove,
right? But in the professional world, there comes a time where
Aaron's not really being professional right now. Do you think?
Well, he's. I don't think either one of them. I don't think.
Yes, I agree with you. The general manager's not being professional either.
You know,
I agree.
I just. It's my thing is that
we just went 30 minutes almost on Rodgers. Can we move on?
Yeah, but you move. But the thing is that you've got a president in Mark Murphy.
Yes.
That needs to step in and say, okay, look.
We haven't heard anything from him.
And he hasn't said anything. And I got a feeling because
it's like he's letting all the shit.
You got to remember because they're a publicly owned team. Yeah. They're not owned by an owner. It's a group of people that run it.
Yeah, it's NFL communism.
Here we go.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now?
Okay,
Did you really?
What's the next subject?
Holy shit. You know what? That's the Body Armor halftime. And guess what? When we come back, it's also the Body Armor's worst play of the week. All that more when we come back. Are you fucking serious right now? NFL communism? Yes. Everybody can hear me say that right now. Holy crap. Here's Body Armor.
Calling it a day, Carrie?
Oh no, there's more.
Like what?
More reps, more steps. More this, more that. More time to breathe. More hustle, more grind.
There's more to Carrie Underwood.
And I should wrap by midnight.
Impressive.
And there's more to Body Armor Light with natural sweeteners, no sugar added, and only 20 calories.
Baez hits it on the ground to third. Gonzalez. This is so good. Oh my goodness. Wow, you gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. They stole a run. You have gotta be kidding me. Javi Baez.
Keep going. Go. You're invincible.
El Mago indeed.
That is unbelievable.
That is incredible.
You definitely don't see that every day. What the hell was that? Now, this was just last night's game. Yeah,
No, that happened.
Game.
That happened last week. That happened. It happened
I
last
was
week.
looking
Yeah.
at the wrong day. So that happened last week. Now, I got to say, that's one of the dumbest plays I've seen. Now, you might have other in history because I don't watch a lot of baseball. So I was talking with Mr. Dan Miner, the man from WCKM in the morning show. I said, what made him not tag the first base bag? What did it throw him off that the runner just stopped and did this double take like he saw a deer in headlights and run back? Because that's not normal. Usually the runner just runs up. All right, I'm getting tagged. He immediately stopped and he's like, I'm going to play some pickle. I think the first baseman was totally thrown off by that move and did not realize. He's like, I can just tag you, and not realizing he's going to go back to home plate. It's not like home base. It's not like I'm free. Okay, you can't touch me. I'm back on home base.
Right,
but then the third base, the player from third base comes in and gets a home run, and he to try to stop the home run, because if you guys are listening to the audio version of this, he throws it to the catcher. The catcher misses it. The third base runner gets a home run. Or scores a run, and then the other player that was running for first base makes it all the way to second because there was a bad throw, and then scores again. So they got 2 runs out of the whole play.
Listen, that was a smart play with a runner at third.
It was a smart play, but it was a dumb play as well.
But he noticed that the first baseman didn't touch first because the throw was off. So the guy went to tag him and he missed him.
Yeah,
he just took him a little bit further.
But why didn't the first baseman just touch the bag? That's why I think because the
ball was running from third to home.
He already had the ball in his hand though. All he had to do was turn around and touch. He was already in front of the runner.
Yeah, but he tagged first. If he went back to tag first, the runner from third scores anyway.
He still did anyway, and then he got another.
I realize that, but that's why they played a pickle.
Yeah, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen on a baseball field. Like that dude needs to be benched. That dude needs to be benched. No. Yeah, the first baseman needs to be benched or sent back down to the minors because he is a dope. All you had to do.
But I'm saying the runner was smart.
We're not disagreeing with that.
Javi Baez was. Yeah, Javi Baez, I guess, was smart to try to trick the first baseman, but that should have never happened. Like, you are an absolute idiot if you don't think to just step on first base. Like, why are you looking to just tag him? Like, just step backwards and step on first, and he's out and not in scoring position because you're just going to throw the ball all around the infield.
And don't worry about the run because now you just caused 2 runs.
It's dumb. That was dumb.
Do you think, Tom, though, that the runner, when he hit the ball and then he stopped to look at the home plate to run, that threw the first baseman off? Because I've never seen that. He's like, he even knows what.
Javi's a weirdo. Javi Baez is a weirdo, and he likes to try to push things a little bit. He strikes out a lot. He's really entertaining.
Do you think that threw off the first baseman? Because I've never seen that. So him stopping, like, you gonna touch me? Tag your it. I mean, literally, he's doing this. I'd be like, really? I'll run you down. Where are you gonna go? Home plate? I'm still gonna tag you, and you're out. Not thinking about the third base runner coming in. I think that's what it was. We're all in agreement that the runner, it was smart play that he stopped and be like, I'm not getting tagged. I'm not getting tagged.
It's only a smart play because it worked. If Javi just stopped in the middle, if Javi just stopped in the middle of running to first, he looks like an idiot. But the fact that the first baseman is an even bigger idiot made that a good play.
Yes, exactly. Again, it is one of the world's dumbest baseball plays. Did you have a dumber one?
I was thinking when you were saying dumber, thought you were talking about the runner, about Baez. I didn't know. Now that you've.
I'm not talking about the first baseman.
I'm
talking about the first baseman.
First baseman.
The runner. Right, no, I think it was strategic.
But it was also the heat of the thing is that the throw was offline, so he figured he would just go tag him.
Right.
Yeah, but he was right. He was right near the bag. He was right near the bag. He could have just backed on it.
He was right near the bag.
I have to see it again, but
literally, it was a feet off the bag. Like he literally could have stepped in the bag and then kept going. I mean, he literally could have tagged the bag. But I think it's the way the runner was running. Like he just threw him off. Going, it's like we're gonna play some chicken. Here we go.
Yeah, that he can tag him.
Yeah. All right, we're going close to an hour already, and we have a couple more articles. We're gonna skip basketball because I really don't want to talk about basketball. Thank you though, Tom. We might move that in for next week because that is an interesting topic. But we're gonna go right to hockey because we know Tom wants to talk about hockey. Oh, the Leafs. we have a? Do we have? Did I wipe that one out too? Wow! When you clean out your laptop to make it move to operate faster, all of a sudden you start losing some of your music. So that kind of sucks. Because I really wanted. It's not there anywhere. We're just going to go on then. Toronto's time is up yet again. Arguably the best team in the COVID season, Canadian division in the NHL. The Toronto's Maple Leafs are out of the first round yet again. After having, this is tough. I mean, if you're a Leaf fan, this is tough to really digest. After having 3-1 series lead, okay, all they had to do is win one game. They lost. They lost 3. Series lead to the Montreal Canadiens. The Leafs blew it, losing 3 straight and finding themselves losing yet another playoff series. For those now understanding the magnitude of this, the Leafs haven't won a playoff since 2004. That's 17 years. Ouch. That's kind of like the Knicks.
Kind of like the Jets.
Yeah,
It's more than the Knicks.
Yeah. To make it worse, they haven't won a cup since 1996, 1966. 67. Yes, I'm sorry. A season when they, by the way, the league consisted of 6 teams, and that's a 54-year drought. Defenseman Morgan Riley said, "We feel it." Do you really? We realize we let an opportunity slip away. You did not let this slip away. You dropped all your pucks and your jock straps on the ice, and you lost 3 games in a row. There's no question about this. Tom's take?
I have no love lost for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I hate the Leafs. Good for them. Be first round exits again. But no, it's like I complain. Like I say, I'm.
We have the disclaimer.
We don't have the disclaimer.
What's our disclaimer?
Can we get that disclaimer? We need to get that disclaimer that not all the views of all.
Where is that, Tom? Where's that? We've been waiting weeks for that.
We need to get that.
I know you
up.
have.
We need to have Kim do it.
Yeah, Kim, can you do us an audio disclaimer?
I'm sure she can, and she do it wonderfully. But no, I'm. You know, it's really bad. The Leafs, like I complain that I'm a long suffering Mets fan, and I complain that my teams don't win, but 54-year drought is one of the biggest, I think, droughts, championship droughts, or even a 17-year playoff drought is one of the biggest droughts in professional sports right now. So it's got to suck to be a Leafs fan. That is just absolutely brutal. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the Leafs tears.
Those players deserve to be thrown with water bottles.
Yeah.
I don't know how you blow it.
They got helmets on.
Everything happens. Look, hockey is probably one of the most unpredictable sets of playoffs that you could possibly see.
Kim said yes.
Okay.
Kim said yes. Yes, we're finally gonna get it. It's only been 2 months. Yeah. I think Tom's got it written down somewhere though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kim.
No, yeah, no, it's crazy. Hockey's very unpredictable. The playoffs are really unpredictable, and a 3-1 lead is not a fun one to lose. I've seen teams do it before, come back from 3-1, but this has got to be absolutely brutal.
So who gets the butt beating?
The whole team. They got to blow it up. They might blow up the team, ship everybody out.
What now? Is it now? Obviously, the coach is going to yell at the players, but we all know that shit rolls downhill. So the GM, the president, and the owner, that coach is probably going to get his ass whooped. I mean, it's got to be. You lost. You were head 3-1. All you had to do is win one game, and you lost 3 in a row. Somebody's got to pay for this. Somebody's going to get in deep crap for this. And that, yes, I'm being quite aware that I'm swearing way more than I usually am today. They also in the statement, we didn't score enough. No kidding. We didn't play with the lead. No kidding. And that made it hard. No shit. That's hockey. Referring to games 5, 6, and 7 in the series. All Toronto losses. So if you ever worried about a team you root for, always remember you could be a Leafs fan instead. Wow, I'm on a tear tonight. All right, we're going into just a little bit over, just under an hour. We're gonna kick off the last 2 segments. But we're gonna kick off with Today in Sports History. Today in Sports History is brought to you by Adventure Family Fun Center, and they are open indoors and outdoors. You do not need reservations anymore, correct?
You can call ahead, but you don't need the reservations.
No reservations, no masks.
No masks.
As long as you're vaccinated.
Right. As long as you're vaccinated and it's on the honor system.
They're still having COVID protocols. They're keeping the distancing. Everything's wiped down and clean, but the go-karts are going. Indoors is going. They are open now Fridays from 12 to 9, Saturdays from 11 to 10, and Sundays 11 to 10. Oh, awesome. And if you are, because you're a fan or a listener of the Today with DW or the Your Plug Podcast Network, we're offering you a code. You know what, man? You really need to shorten this code. I tried to do this off.
It got used a few times this week.
Did it really?
Yeah, they had quite a few people use it.
So use the Adventure Family code DWADV 2021. We're shorting the one going into July. I'm telling you right now, that's what we're doing. We're shortening this crap. Because I tried to wing it last week and I didn't have it in front of me. And I'm like, so anyway, DWADV 2021 will get you 6 go-kart tickets for $35. That is $10 off the regular price when you mention that code. So get your friends, have some fun. The rides are awesome. Even if you just want to go up and do the go-karts.
Yeah.
I'll do that for half a day. I love it. And if you're really, really nice, Hank and I'll tell you which one's the fastest one.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is brought to you by Adventure Family Fun Center. If you need more information and contact them, visit adventurefamilyfun.com. Mr. Tom Greer, take it away with Today in Sports.
Okay, so 1925, at the time, future Yankee Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig pinch hits for shortstop Pee Wee. I can't even say that last name. What? Yeah, Pee Wee Herman. Now, Pee Wee Wanigan in a 5-3 loss to Washington. I believe that would be the Senators at that time for the first of a record 2,130 consecutive games.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they actually just recently, Major League Baseball just recently thought about the whole NFT markets thing. Thought about or is thinking about, if they didn't do it already, selling the Lou Gehrig speech as an NFT, which is pretty crazy to think, because that's like one of the biggest, most like crazy moments in baseball history. To think that would be owned by somebody other than Major League Baseball is kind of wild. 1975, California Angels pitcher Nolan Ryan records his record, equaling 4th MLB career no-hitter in beating the Baltimore Orioles 1-0. 1980, first baseman Steve Garvey hits the 7,000th Brooklyn/LA Dodger home run in a 9-5 loss at home to the Atlanta Braves. 1982, Oakland A's left fielder Ricky Henderson steals 2 bases in a 3-2 win over the Boston Red Sox to become the fastest to reach 50 stolen bases in an MLB season. Ricky Henderson was wild. I got to see him only once play for the Newark Bears in an independent league. That was really cool. 2002, in a battle of former heavyweight boxing champions in Atlantic City, Evander Holyfield beats Hasim Raham by TKO. Fight stopped at 1 minute and 40 seconds into the 8th round because a giant welt above Rahim's left eye.
I remember that. And that is in Today in Sports History.
That is Today in Sports History.
Ricky Henderson, one of my favorites of all time.
He was a man. Ricky Henderson was awesome.
Amazing. Amazing.
Loved watching him play.
I don't care what team he ended up on. I just love watching him play. That man knew the art of stealing bases like no other. I swear. It was amazing. Another thing you don't see a lot.
No. Well, you see, there's a lot of stolen bases.
Yeah, it's
not as many as there used to be. They don't steal bases like they used to.
Don't get me on the bunt thing again, because I'll go off on the bunt thing I'll do a DW rant about bunts for another hour. So last up, we have a couple topics in here, but we're going to pull this I don't want to say non-sports, but it's Jake Paul. Jake Paul is in the ring with a UFC, is going to go in the ring with a UFC fighter. Paul will meet Tyron Woodley in a boxing match later this summer. Both Paul and Woodley told ESPN. The 190-pound match is currently slated for August 28th. The fight will be a pro bout, Paul's 4th, Woodley's 1st. I don't know if there's necessarily pro bouts. I guess they are. I don't know, I think they're more exhibition than anything, but yes, I guess. And will be contested in a 20-by-20 ring with 10-ounce gloves. The event, which will be distributed by Showtime, of course it will air on pay-per-view. Fans are expected to be in attendance at that match. This will mark the 2nd time in a row that Paul faces a former UFC fighter in a boxing match. He knocked out Woodley's longtime teammate and friend, Ben Askren, in less than 2 minutes back in April. Of course, here we go. Easiest fight of my career and biggest purse of my career, all in one night, Woodley said. Basically, they brought me in to take out the trash. I can't wait. And you're talking about trash talk in the basketball arena. I can't wait to shut this bitch up. I can say that here. This is getting done. This is getting done for the culture, the whole MMA community and boxing community, to rid this guy of combat sports. Jake's willingness to take on the experienced pro like Tyron tells you everything you need to know about Jake's goals and ambitions. He welcomes challenges. It's not about welcoming challenges. He's an egotistical piece of A, and he wants it all about him. Now,
isn't his brother fighting Mayweather or something, or somebody?
Yep.
Yep. And Mayweather's, he will get destroyed. I will be shocked if if Mayweather loses. There's no way that.
I think Mayweather wants to just shut him down.
Oh, I think he's gonna. I think he's going out for blood. There's no question about it. Don't get me wrong. The brothers are very. They're jacked. They're in physical condition. They've proved themselves somewhat. But if you're gonna fight an MMA fighter in a boxing match, we've already seen that happen, and he lost. McGregor lost.
Yeah,
it's not the same type of fighting. So already, not that Jake, neither one of them are pros. They do have slightly,
but it's just like back in the day. These guys are all doing their social media.
Thunder Lips fighting Rocky,
but aren't they social media icons? They're like social media guys.
They're YouTubers. Very rich YouTubers.
Right. So that's like us going on YouTube back in the day, if they had it, saying, "Hey, I'll take on Mike Tyson."
Yeah, yes, but they're working out, they're training. So it's not like just like I'm gonna put on some gloves and going. They're really doing it. I mean, they're jacked, they're huge, and they've proven themselves. They're pretty physically fit. But again, it's like Thunder Lips versus Rocky in the movie, where you can't, if an MMA fighter can box, we've seen that many can't because it's not the style that they do.
Right.
It's nothing against them. They can do 5 other different martial arts and kick your ass, but they're not a good boxer.
Right.
So he has
it's totally different.
Yes. So he has a little bit of an upper hand. But I can also understand. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, just I at least admire that Jake Paul's finally starting to take on like actual fighters and not just taking on like old basketball players and other like athletes. Like take on people that actually fight, but. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'm going to pay money to see this fight. I know there's going to be a lot of people that'll pay money.
I'm not, because I'm going to watch the 30-second hit clip on YouTube the day after.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair. I don't know. I feel like this is you have to take Jake Paul a little seriously now, just because he trains to be a boxer. The dude actually this isn't some guy that just they both do. They take it seriously. And I want to see them fight like real, like at least I know he's old and Logan Paul's fighting Mayweather. I know Mayweather's super old. I'd like to see them fight more regular boxers. If they want to be serious, if Jake Paul's serious about being a boxer, fight real boxers.
This is how I look at it. The first couple were shenanigans. They were exhibition fights to prove himself. He's taking them. They're being as egotistical and arrogant as they are. They're kind of being smart. They're building up their experience, their repertoire. If he beats Mayweather, you'll be damn sure that he's going to take on somebody current. They're doing it smart. They're doing it little by little by little. It's all a spectacle. It's all raising money. They're getting paid. They know they can't go after the best of the best. I wouldn't either. I want some experience. Don't get me wrong. Mayweather is one of the best, but he's been out of the game for a while. I think if he beats Mayweather, then he's going to go to a real match for a title match, because he's not sanctioned. He's not in anything at this point. I don't think he's in the whatever the boxing association is at this point. I don't think he's sanctioned yet. So I don't know if he has to win a certain amount of fights as an exhibitionist or however that works to go that route. But I think he's being smart, saying, you know what, I'm going to take this person, take Mayweather. Yeah, he's old, but he's still kicks ass. Then if I win that fight, now I got some experience underneath my belt. Let's go to the current guys. Now let's start working our way up the ranks from less to the champion,
right?
And then to work it that way. I think that's and making a ton of money at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it. It's just like they're just sitting here. They know that they're big celebrities at this point, and they can take it. They're going to make as much money as possible, because you either want to see him beat somebody or you want to see somebody knock his head off. That's basically what it is. And they're just literally they don't don't hear trash talk. They don't hear the haters. All they hear is cash registers. Cha-ching, 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 because that's all it is. They're just making money hand over fist.
It's payday for both of them. I don't know.
It's good for boxing.
It's
good for boxing.
Oh yeah, definitely. What were you saying a few months ago? We haven't heard crap about boxing. It's all MMA. Guess what? Boxing's back. So whether you love him or hate him, he is bringing press to boxing.
And I'm sure that, and I bet you, I know Jake Paul, somebody brought up, I think Tyson Fury was trying to say to have Jake fight his little brother. So no, he's a real boxer. I think that you're going to see them take on real boxers and real fighters, definitely get into the real game.
But I think he's smart. I think he's really playing it out smart.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We got time for one more. We got time. Tom, we got time for one more, don't we?
Sure. I'm here. I'm good to go. Man.
Jacob DeGrom, aka DeGoat. No, this should be Tom Brady, aka DeGoat. No, I'm sorry.
Tom Brady doesn't play baseball.
I bet you if he did, he'd be really good at it. Totally kidding. He doesn't have to run.
Yeah.
He's just a pitcher. He's got an arm. Jacob DeGrom is not just the best pitcher in baseball currently. He is stepping into the conversation of best to ever do it, period. DeGrom's ERA, the lowest through May for any starter since 1964, is .71. Tom, can you give people an understanding, some of our non-sports players? What?
He's holding up his jersey.
My Jacob DeGrom jersey. My Jacob DeGrom jersey, the best jersey that I own. ERA, it's just saying how much runs he gives up per
correct.
Each inning that he pitches.
But it is .71. What is the average, I guess?
I don't know what the major league average
for a professional player is. So people can understand how important this is. And I don't know what the league average right now is, but
in 2020, the league average in ERA, according to me Googling it right now, was 4.4. Okay. Jacob DeGrom's is significantly. What did you say? What did he say? It's .71. That's not even a full freaking run.
Right.
Jacob DeGrom literally just pitches shutouts every single time he steps on the mound. Maybe he'll give up. Maybe he'll give up. No, .71 is this year. I think he has. Well, he was hurt for. I think he missed 2 starts, maybe 2 starts. But no, he pitched last night and absolutely dominated.
I mean, holy crap. So also what we are witnessing is a historic combination of power pitching and artistry. DeGrom pitched 6 scoreless innings against the D-backs in the Mets 6-2 win on Monday. Really? He retired the first 13 batters he faced. He threw 27 pitches at more than 100 miles an hour. Now, to give ideas, we've seen it in movies where after if a pitcher's doing a full 9 innings, or maybe if it's a 10 inning or whatever, they're pretty much, that arm is limp as shit, and like they're in an ice tub, they're ice packing it. I guess, do I want to say damage or the toll it takes on a pitcher's arm? Well, it's got to be huge. I mean, obviously you can pitch wrong, I guess, in a way. I mean, but obviously you have to work out and maintain, but there's a lot of stress on that. I mean, I don't know what the average, how many pitches an average pitcher pitches in a game. Say that 10 times fast. So that's got to take a toll on your career. I mean, we've seen some major pitchers throughout the years last a long time.
Well, if you're throwing Ks, then your number's going to be low.
Yeah. But that's the thing about Jacob DeGrom is like over time, he's gotten older, he's gotten better. I think they're attributing it also is because Jake, when he first came up, he wasn't a pitcher. He was a shortstop. I'm pretty sure he came in as a shortstop and then was converted to a pitcher. So he didn't have the wear and tear of pitching on his arm. He's got a lot of time left. And over the years, like I said, as he gets older, the dude's finding new ways to get guys out. He's still throwing, over 100 miles an hour. He's mixing in curveballs now. Like, he's finding new ways to get people out. It's like, if you don't watch baseball, you should still sit down and watch Jacob DeGrom pitch, because you're watching literally the best person to do it. Like, you're watching the best pitcher in baseball make people look like they're little leaguers. It's amazing. Like, it's literally amazing.
Very impressive.
He is literally, and I've been a Mets fan for my entire life. I've been a baseball fan for my entire life. He's one of, if not the best baseball player, pitcher at all I've ever watched, ever. I've never seen somebody be this amazing. Like, it's unreal.
This season, he's now struck out 82 batters in 51 innings in 8 straight starts this season, around time spent on the injured list for soreness in his right side. There's a reason why the Mets' great play-by-play voice, Howie Rose, said, "This is DeGrom on Tuesday morning. Let's put it this way. We should all strive to find avenues of improvement in our lives the way he does on the pitcher's mound. He's a great pitcher, and there have been plenty of great pitchers over the years, but his arc might be one of the sure. Wow. Pete Cloutier, my tongue is tied. How is it possible that 18 days with his 33rd birthday, he not only throws harder than ever, but his command has somehow been even sharper? His perfection is the same level that Tom Seaver was cerebral. Tom Seaver was great.
Yeah.
I thought Tom was great. Great.
And he's getting to that level. He's getting to the Tom Seaver best pitcher to ever lace him up level.
So thank God you have him with 17 people on the injured list. You're still in first place.
Yeah. 3.5 games, one of the biggest divisional leads in all of baseball.
You're in 3.5 games in the lead now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
Don't jinx it.
Yes, they are. I'm not jinxing nothing. I'm along for the ride. I can't believe that they've been able to right the ship and hold it together with all these injuries.
Thank God you got to ground, because I don't know if that would happen. I mean, definitely for sure. Now, I guess we can say one man can make a difference. I mean, it is a team sport.
They have other pitchers that are doing.
Other pitchers are doing great too.
Because he only pitches every 5th day. He only pitches DeGrom can only affect the game every 5th day, and it was only up until the past couple of starts that the Mets actually started scoring runs for this dude. So
isn't there a pitcher like it's called Wright or something? Is that one of the pitchers?
No. No, there's no. He's not on. There's no one on the staff like that.
Who's the next best pitcher?
On the staff, Marcus Stroman, Taijuan Walker has been pretty amazing.
Walker's the one I was.
Taijuan Walker has been unreal. Like, he's been one of the best signings the Mets have had all
Uncle
offseason.
Stevie's got to be happy. Let's put it that way.
Right now he is. Yeah, hell yeah. Because the team's had 17 guys on the IL.
You got a player coming back tonight or tomorrow, don't you?
They had now it's probably 15 because Pete Alonso came back last night. Kevin Pillar, after getting hit in the face, came back last night.
You think he's going to be shy? You think he's going to be head shy?
He came back and got a hit in his first at bat.
Oh shit! I did not.
He came back yesterday and got a hit in his first at bat. The dude's been hit in the face before, but it's amazing. The team being as resilient as it is. The team being as resilient as it is has been pretty amazing. I got on Luis Rojas, the Mets manager, for a lot in the beginning of the season, but I got to give him a lot of credit because he was fielding a AAA lineup. He was fielding a minor league lineup, and still manages to be in first place in the NL East, 3.5 games in the lead, and wasn't just losing over and over.
Got a chance, my friend. Your team has a chance.
Everybody's got a chance, man.
Eat my words, because Uncle Stevie's not going to get him to the playoffs. Uncle Stevie's not going to get to the World Series. You watch, Uncle Stevie will get him the World Series, and I'll have to I'll eat crow.
I don't know about the World Series. I'm not doing World Series predictions just yet. We need to get there first. The Mets' biggest problem over the last 5 or 6 years has been the month of June. So let's get through the month of June, still 3.5 games in first place, and then I'll get excited. This is the month that I'm terrified of. Every time June ticks across the calendar, I get agita.
I won't be able to live with my wife at home.
Well, on that bombshell, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on the Tuesday night edition of Today with W. It is the sports edition with Mr. Tom Greer and Snacks. I want to thank our advertisers and sponsors for our shows. Obviously, it's Body Armor. DrinkBodyArmor.com. Visit the website for a location near you where they sell it, and make sure you try Body Armor Edge. Tom likes to name his flavors and colors, and he loves the yellow one.
I love all of them. They're all amazing. The blue one's very good too.
Sean Murphy does the same thing. He's a fellow podcaster network, and he's like, I like the red one. I'm like, really? You sound like a window licker when you say that. Not you, Tom. I'm telling Sean.
Where the hell did that come from?
That's an inside joke. Window licker. Venture Family Fun Center, venturefamilyfun.com. Visit them. They are open Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Check them out. If you need to contact them, they get back to you very quick. They're very responsive. They'll help you out with anything you need. Indoor, outdoor. Go-karts are awesome. Use the code when you go to the go-kart window. Use the code DWADV2021. We're changing that. We're definitely changing that to receive 6 tickets for $35. That is $10 off the regular price. And lastly, we cannot forget the Shirt Factory. Visit shirtfactorygf.com. Their food truck corral is wide open this year. They're going to be adding some more things going on. I know that they have live music there. The beer tasting tables are there as well. Some new vendors are here every Thursday from 4:30 to 8. Correct, Hank?
Yes.
Okay. And they are doing social distancing.
Yep. Actually, they're not making. You don't have to wear your mask now as long as.
But their tables are separated and doing all that.
And they
good
still have the
stuff.
dividers up from the picnic tables and the trucks. There's actually another.
You got another parking lot.
Parking lot that they opened. They expanded. Eric expanded over to in front of Rock
Hill.
Yes, Rock Hill Bakery.
Yes, awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
And they've got a vinyl record section in there that is just.
What are you talking about?
At Rock Hill Bakery,
Yeah.
he went and put in a store of old
really?
vinyl records, and it is just killing it.
Oh, I might have to go over there. I might have to check that out. As we like to give all the guys the last words for the night, Mr. Tom Greer.
I mean, I know I say let's go Mets every night, but I'm going to say let's go Islanders now.
Oh, my God.
Let's beat them Bruins.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a go Islanders.
There we go.
Wow.
Because I was laughing last night as I was watching that game when somebody said, hey, the Bruins are down. Come on, Bruins. And I went and I said, oh, there is hockey on. So I found the hockey game, and they were down 3-1. And then the Bruins went and scored, and it was tied. They went into overtime. And the guy just made a bad pass, and it went off the Islanders' skate, and he took it in and scored.
All right. On that note, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.